Yo, so yesterday on June 5th, 2025, the Nintendo Switch 2 came out, and I heard it's underperformed, and yeah, it's underperformed. And there's on the shelf, and yeah, it's true. But anyway, I'll stop saying that, and there are reasons to why. And there's also a reason why I'm not buying a Switch 2. Like, and there's multiple reasons why. People have been talking about it, and I just think it's insane. Like, this shit, I'm saying it right now, is the grittiest console I have ever seen, ever. And to all you fanboys out there, yeah, to all you fanboys, I would say, just don't yell it, just don't get mad about it, because I know there's fanboys that defend Nintendo and saying, "Ooh, games cost more to make nowadays." Oh, oh, it's just just don't attack my favorite multi-billion-dollar company, please. Please do not at all. But anyway, let's get into the video. So the first thing I noticed I want to talk about is the fucking price of the console. So with the Mario Kart game, which I'll get into, the the game without Mario Kart is $450, and the version with Mario Kart World is $500. And if you don't know, yeah, that's how much the PS5 and maybe the Series X at launch. Come on. And yeah, the PS5's price being $500 is fucking ridiculous. I'm not defending that. Not even a bit. I'm not really defending that. But at least the PS5 is a fairly powerful console, and still is. Even though there really are not a ton of games on it. But that's besides the point. And yes, it'd actually be crazy to me that the Switch 2 would be that much money. And as you all know, like, yeah, I know it's a handheld and it's Nintendo, so like their capabilities are not like as big as that. But gotta stop making excuses when you're making your console $500. And yeah, it's probably why. That's one of the reasons, but that's not all about prices. Next is the price of the games. Oh my god. Like, this is gonna be crazy. So at first, for the like state of play or whatever the fuck, whatever it's called, they announced that for the trailer for it, they were showing stuff that looked pretty cool, but no prices, which I thought was suspicious. But next, and then we learned the prices of Mario Kart World, and holy fucking shit. You gotta be fucking kidding me, Nintendo. $80 for Mario Kart on Nintendo's Mario Kart World for just digital? What the fuck? $80 for Mario Kart. When I first saw this, I was like, "Why? There's no reason that a Mario. I mean, there's no reason that fucking Mario Kart deserves to be $80. It's just fucking ridiculous." And yes, and yeah, I'm not saying, and I don't hate Mario Kart. I actually really like Mario Kart. But Mario Kart, it's sadly still Mario Kart at the end of the day. And any Mario Kart history is not worth fucking $80. None Mario Kart in history. It's fucking Mario Kart. And just because there's a fucking cow on it does not mean you need to triple the price. Like, come on, dude. And now there's people saying, "Oh, well, yeah, maybe Mario Kart World is just such a detailed game. It cost them more than Marvel Spider-Man 2 to make, and then they had to make it $80, or they would just lose everything." I totally think that's true. Totally. But And yes, they're doing that for every other game in this generation too. Yeah, the Nintendo CEO, whatever his name is, he is saying that they're not willing to establish a benchmark for games. It's saying that they look at the experience and yeah, look at the experience and see how much it costs. Yeah, it looks like you did that very, very good, as we can totally see. Um, yeah, and also it's even more fucking outrageous. The fact that if you want to get old Nintendo Switch 1 games on the Switch 2, you have to pay. Oh my. You have to pay more than they cost on the Switch 1 in order to get this. Like, what the fuck is fucking logic is that? So, it costs more than it does on the native console. You can't be serious here. And when I first thought, I wouldn't blame a person if when they first saw these, it was a fucking scam. Like, come on, dude, that's fucking ridiculous. And this has to be just pure greed out, just money greed, because there's no reason that they need to price their games this fucking high, other than squeeze every penny out of your wallet. And there's way more to talk about. There's more to talk about. Next is they're gonna talk about next. Oh shit, I forgot what I was fucking talking about. But oh yeah. Next is the controller shit. So, in the chat stuff. So, there's a new chat feature in Switch 2 that you can talk to your friends and stuff. Talk to your friends and stuff, and talk to your friend. Fine. It's basically like it kind of reminds me of Discord when you look at it, and you can like talk to your friends while you're playing the game and stuff. And for the most, and just FYI, this looks fucking awful. This is the best that they can do. I mean, yeah, it's Nintendo, but still, it's fucking stupid. It's not. And they're acting like they invented this, but bro, that came out on the Xbox 360 almost 20 years ago. It's fucking 20 years old at this point, and I guess Nintendo just caught up with that. I mean, yeah, 20-year-old technology. And like, yeah, and come on, dude. And don't even get me started on the fucking camera, dude. The camera, it's $55 for the camera, and it looks fucking shit. No wonder why no video game companies ever tried this before. Well, I guess Nintendo, breaking new grounds. But even though it's $55, there's also a more alternative option: the Piranha Plant camera. So the Piranha Plant camera is actually cheaper by an actually decent amount. But of course, they have to make things even worse. They have to make things worse. The resolution on the camera is, I can't even say, 480p. If you don't know what like that actually means, if you just like want me to walk you through it, 1080p is like the standard, like that's pretty good and stuff, and 720p is like, it's still kind of shit, but like, it's like the standard for like what like most TVs looked like in the early 2000s, and some like 7th-gen games on like the PS3 and stuff, yeah, like that. But 480p, that was the TV standard in the late 1940s. Like, you cannot make this up. This is a multi-billion-dollar company making a 480p camera. Like, making a camera that can barely compete with someone's with my iPhone is fucking ridiculous. And it's stupid. I don't know how the heck it's even fucking legal to sell a 480p camera in today's age. I don't know who the fuck would really buy it, because I don't know if even I would want to get. I don't want to get a 480p fucking camera. I'm not getting the regular camera either, because that looks shit too. Yeah. But by the way, to the chat one, but however, since it's Nintendo, and yeah, other companies do this, yeah. But anyway, there's a button on the controller to chat, right? But in order to use the chat, you have to pay Nintendo Switch Online membership in order to use this. Yeah. So basically, technically, if you're playing a single player game and you accidentally press the C button, you will be redirected to the Nintendo eShop, and then you will be asked to buy this membership in order to use the chat. Like, so technically, if you're actually, so basically, they're making you pay to use a button on your controller. What the fuck? I mean, the wallet-friendly brand. Okay, fine. But anyway, yeah, I'm not saying, and by the way, Sony and Microsoft are greedy as shit for making you having to use to play online, the online multiplayer. But at least PlayStation gives you grace. But at least letting you start a party with your friends. At least they give you a little bit of grace. But Nintendo, not at all. Not at all. They don't give you grace. They won't even let you speak if you don't pay. Like, come on. It actually is really annoying because, and also we're not even done yet. But you know what? Nintendo actually did something good. They're bringing back a whole bunch of old GameCube titles for the Switch too, and it actually does look at a pretty cool lineup of games. Now you have to pay for it, obviously. I mean, it's fucking Nintendo, so you have to pay for it, obviously. But yes, if you just pay for a monthly subscription, you could get all these games, all lineup of old OG GameCube games. And guess what? They even have a GameCube controller specifically for playing those games. But guess what? Things get bad again. The controller, now, on release date, you can get the GameCube controller for free. And it does seem like a pretty good deal. But however, since Switch already released, you have to pay $65 for a controller. And you know why this is bad? Well, I'll tell you why it's bad. Because if you don't have a subscription, then you can't use the fucking controller. So even if you got it before Switch 2, it isn't fucking free now, is it? And even worse, it has a C button. Oh my fucking... Ugh. Yeah, so the company, Nintendo, known as the wallet-friendly brand that's not gonna fucking empty your bank account out, is making you pay to use a fucking subscription lock controller? This is fucking outrageous. I can't. Why? Seriously, why? Yeah, it's just fucking greed. And there's even more about why this is, and also from the fact that there's no fucking game that's gonna want me buy the price of a PS5 at launch for the Switch console. There's nothing would want me. I don't know what game would make me want to buy it, and from the fact that there is no game on the Switch 2 that makes me want to buy it. None. Yeah. A Mario Kart is not making me enough to buy $500 for a Nintendo Switch 2. It's not. Yeah, for maybe for somebody, like a little kid. Yeah, of course, gonna be the little kid being yeah, telling the parents that they're gonna pay this for them that they should buy a Switch 2 because that's a fucking cow in it. Okay. A cow in Mario Kart does not mean you need to triple the price. It does not. I know that's not why they tripled the price, but they tripled the price because they're greedy as shit. That's the reason why they tripled the price. Honestly, it's just why. And prices make me crazy because it does something bad. It does something where the Switch is that if Nintendo Switch 2 becomes successful, now as of now, yeah, they've underperformed. They've underperformed for the most part, and there's still a bunch of them on the shelf, and if you've been listening to this video, I think you can see why. But anyway, if this becomes successful later on, then it influences other video game companies to price their shit at $80. And honestly, that's not good, because games used to be cost $40, they went up to $50, they went up to, for some 2K show everyone that, yeah, they'll pay for everyone for $60, and then now the game's usually $60 to $70 at launch. And most games today in this day of age aren't even worth that much money. And Mario Kart of all games is not worth $80. Not at all. No Nintendo game I can see right now is worth $80 fucking dollars. And also there's another reason that pisses me off so much is from the fact that Switch 2, so you know how Nintendo like hates piracy, like hates emulation and stuff. You just go watch the fucking fanboys complain about it. Like think that emulation's illegal when really emulation's not illegal. Piracy is illegal, but not piracy is illegal, but emulation's legal. But then you have the fanboys that think like it's like they're literally hashtagging this has to be a fucking joke. They're hashtagging the FBI for someone posting stuff like on a Steam Deck or maybe of emulating Nintendo games on Steam Deck. They tagged Nintendo of America, Nintendo of Japan, and the fucking FBI. You can't make this. Seriously. I thought this was fucking made up. It's fucking ridiculous. And I do think, and I'm sorry to tell it to you, whoever wrote this, like, come on. I think the FBI has greater stuff going on and other big stuff going on that they don't have to worry about a person fucking emulating Nintendo games. But there you got the Nintendo fanboys for ya. But then there's another problem. Now back to the on track with the video. So, since Nintendo hates it so much, and you know, like this situation during the Switch 1 emulation shit and stuff, well, they want to fight that, make sure it doesn't happen again. So, they made the feature of, they made a new, like, terms of service, like, new policy a month ago, new terms of service, where, in order to play your Switch 2, you have to sign to the agreement that if something happens, like, if you mess with it, or you, like, break it, or you, like, modify it, or, like, jailbreak it, or anything like that, they can remotely brick your console, and they can view your chat and, like, screen video stuff, too. And, yeah, obviously, yeah, they can. And, yeah, I'm pretty sure most video game, like, consoles can do that, but, yeah. But this time they're openly admitting it, that they're doing it. And so, like, if you ever try to jailbreak or modify anything, yeah, guess what? It ain't gonna work. I mean, really. Actually, I'll get to that later. Then they can literally break your console and just make it unplayable. And in order to get in, like, let's say something like some kid supposing like some juice into the output, like the cord or something, or like something or a glitch happens. That can all alert Nintendo. That's flag Nintendo that someone's doing that. And they can just go on and fucking shut off your console and make it just unplayable. And then you have to call Nintendo and said I didn't do anything, and then they can turn it back on. Like, you can't be fucking serious. And the thing is, though, I'm all with emulation. I mean, emulation does actually very, very good things. And I actually really do like it, because at the end of the day, I can play a bunch of old games that I can't unless I go to my fucking grandpa's house. I can't play those games. We're gonna play those at home. I use emulation. And in my opinion, emulation's just, it's cool to use emulation in my opinion, because you can get a higher frame rate, you can have better graphics on it, and I don't have to use I don't have to buy memory cards if I want to play like a 6th gen game or 5th gen game or whatever. I don't have to buy a fucking memory card, and you can save easier. And you can even add custom servers to games that have shut the servers down. So I can even like use custom servers for games that have the server shut down. Looking at You, Little Big Planet. By the way, you're a great franchise. Yeah, stuff like that. And Nintendo fanboys are like, no, you can't use emulation. It's bad. And they're attacking the fucking FBI. But anyway, off of that, and just saying that, that's big reason I'm not buying the Switch 2. I'm not gonna risk my fucking console being literally shut off by Nintendo remotely. I'm not spending $500 just for my console to be fucking bricked. No, absolutely not at all. And guess what? Just today, not even 24 hours after the Switch 2 came out, they actually got an exploit on it. Where like a checker cardboard exploit or whatever. And it happened just 4 hours after the Switch 2 released. And I thought it would have been like a fucking year or two before this shit started happening. But no. Just 4 hours. Yeah. So like Nintendo saying that, oh, it's on, like it's on like Donkey Kong, like that we're not letting you get into it. And then the hackers and the modders said, bring it on. And then after only 4 hours, they managed to create a first exploit. And I'm pretty sure Nintendo's super angry and furious right now at this. And I know they're furious about it because they hate emulation with like all their heart. Freedom? Freedom? Ah, bro, fuck freedom, bruh. Come on, bro. We want to make people pay 100 fucking. We want to lock people to our console. And yeah, seriously. And honestly, it's just annoying because I don't want to buy a console that I'm afraid is gonna get bricked. And also, from the matter of the and from the facts are that the Switch 2 isn't even just. I mean, in my opinion, the Switch 2, from what I've seen of it, they don't have them a game on it that would make me myself want to buy a $500 Switch console. That's true. Mario Kart's not enough to make me buy that. It's not that revolution of a game. It's still Mario Kart at the end of the day. And I don't hate Mario Kart at all. I actually really like Mario Kart. But yeah, like I said before, it's still Mario Kart. And I'm pretty sure at some point we're gonna get like Switch 2 emulators, just like Switch 1, and Nintendo's gonna like shut them all down. And like, yeah, they're gonna like put fucking ROMs and stuff on the internet. And like, yeah. And remember what the Switch did before, like the Mario and Luigi's Brothership situation, of where like a bunch of people got on stream and like pirated it, like showing them getting early access and pirating it. Yeah, Nintendo is mad about that, and they're trying to make sure like this shit doesn't happen again. And I think they're gonna fucking fail, cause like in the modders and hackers said it's on, and I'm kind of like, but the thing is though, I'm kind of on the hacker side. Well, it depends on what fucking hackers and modders they are. If they're the fucking hackers that like exploit games and try to destroy games and steal your bank account and credit card and know your personal information and shit, man, fuck those hackers, bro. Fuck those hackers. But for the hackers and modders that actually do good things, like make emulators, because if it weren't for hackers and modders, you wouldn't have emulators, you wouldn't have custom servers for games, we wouldn't be able to have mods, and we wouldn't be able to have like fan projects, we wouldn't be able to have shit like that. We wouldn't. And also I'm on the hacker side, because if you spend $500 fucking dollars on a console, you own it. No, you don't know, like, I'm not gonna say you own it. So you should have the right to use it, to use it and mod it. You should have the right. Now, it depends on what you're fucking modding. If you're using it to, like, go on servers and cheat, you deserve to get fucking banned, like, on an online game. That's not how I want to use my console. And nobody should use that console that way. But, for the most part, if you just want to, like, mod your game and use it offline, and just mod your game, and just like want to have like mods on it, cool mods, like for example Sonic and Mario Kart, and or like mods for Super Smash Bros. Too fucking bad. It's not fucking happening. Nintendo hates all mods whatsoever, and they do not want their game to be modded. Because according to fanboys, if you're modding a game, then that means that you're basically convincing that Nintendo's hardware is worthless. That's what fanboys say about emulation. Like, bro, we're not saying that. And the thing is, yeah, emulation is better than the original console. I fucking agree with that. 100%. I agree with that. I'm not saying the original hardware is worthless. I mean, I have RPCS3, and I still play on my PS3 kind of a lot. I kind of do play it. And yeah, I think it's better on RPCS3 than the PS3, obviously. But dude, it's actually pretty obvious. And what makes it easier is that as long as you do this shit legally, I don't see really a problem with it. If you're doing it legally and just dumping your games and putting it on there and playing it, I think that's a good thing because you're making your experience better. And you know what I also advise you to do? Buy a fucking Steam Deck and use that instead of a Switch 2. That's what I'd say. Or like the Legion or whatever. And I'd advise you that because the Steam Deck, and I'm not gonna advertise the Steam Deck right now, but it's just a cool console. You can have if you have a Steam account, then you can log in and have all your library's games, not have to spend a billion trillion dollars on all the games that you had before. And yes, I'm gonna say this: PC game is the best, hands down. It's all better than fucking console gaming. But anyway, yeah, that's like all the reasons why the Switch 2. Yeah, that's why I'm not getting a Switch 2. And why Nintendo is greedy as shit. That's true. They're fucking greedy as shit. And you know what I advise you? I know a lot of people might not be watching this, but if anyone's watching this, you know what I advise you to do? Just don't get a Switch 2. Just play Mario Odyssey or whatever you want to do on your original Switch if you have one. Just have a fun time on that. And just play Mario Kart 8 Deluxe or just play something like that. Because you'll have a fun experience still. And understand that Nintendo just wants to make sure you own nothing. They just want to make sure you just own nothing. They want you to own nothing. It's true. It's like, I know it's sad because they want to have you own nothing, and they want you to play the games the right way, and they think that emulation makes their hardware worthless, when in reality it just doesn't. I mean, I've never had a Switch emulator before, and that's not me, but I'm saying that emulation makes games better. And yeah, and also I want to say this: fuck Nintendo for this. But I'm saying this: why the fuck are there physical games for the Switch 2? I mean, with my brain asked, why the fuck are the Nintendo Switch 2 physical copies? Because if you get a physical copy, it's $10 more to get a physical copy than the digital version. And for the physical copy, you have to. And what it does is that for the cartridge in there, is to plug it in and make it to be installed digitally on your system. And it'll just be digital. So physical copies here are fucking worthless. Thank you, Nintendo. And like I'm saying, digital gaming is way more popular than physical copies. And even myself, I have more physical games, digital games than physical games. Well, maybe, but yeah. And for the most part, with games costing so much, it's like, come on. Like, it already costs $80 on digital, so I'm gonna get the fucking digital version. If I ever get a Switch 2, which I probably never will. And nor anyone in my family would want to get it, because it's like, it's too expensive. And I don't want to risk my console getting bricked. I just am sad looking at this myself. Like, it's just so sad that Nintendo used to be a really, really good game company. And yes, even with the Switch and the Switch 1, they made it great. They actually made it a great console. Yeah, the Switch might not be my favorite console, but it was a good console to have. And at least the games were fucking affordable, and it didn't cost an arm and a leg in order to play games. But I think Nintendo is now just being fucking greedy. They're just all going out just to be as greedy as they can possibly, like, get as possible. And next I'm gonna say, fuck Nintendo. Sure, well, you know what I advise you? Like, yeah. In my opinion, I think that Nintendo Switch 2, the Switch 2, is the greediest console that on the face of the earth has ever experienced. And you know what I think? I want to make also a conclusion and for my advice to give you, just don't buy the Switch 2. Like I said before, just follow what I said before. And you can buy the Switch all you want. I mean, it doesn't really affect me, but you can buy the Switch 2. Whatever, you can just buy whatever you want. It doesn't really affect me at all. So technically, oh shit, is that a fucking beetle? Anyway, I mean, it doesn't really affect me at all. But I know it won't affect me. But yeah, if you want to buy it, just go ahead and waste your money, I guess. Because I'm promising with the Switch 2, if your console gets bricked, I don't know what to say, because, I would give you the advice, say, shouldn't have bought it in the first place. Now, for a person that didn't know about this, yeah, I would feel, yeah, because honestly, like, I just think that's so, like, stupid for them to do that. But anyway, what I'd say, also think that the Switch 2 might be a little bit like the Wii U. Now, in my idea, I think the Switch 2 is going to sell better than the Wii U. Because, I mean, look at it. The Wii U got 13.56 million units, while then in the Wii had 101 million units. That's fucking laughable, dude. And yeah, I don't hate the Wii U. And I don't know, and I think that most people don't hate the Wii U, because it's still a good console, but I can honestly tell why it failed. I mean, just look at the fucking commercials. But yeah, that was the video about why Nintendo Switch 2 is greedy, and is greedy, and why it could possibly be like the Wii U, where it's gonna underperform because yeah, they're too fucking greedy and make stupid decisions, because they think that people are just gonna buy it, and they think they can take on the whole world, which I'm gonna say I don't think you can. Even a multi-billion-dollar company sometimes can't take down the whole anyway. Can't take down the whole. Can just. Yeah, they thought they were gonna win. But anyway, bye. Peace out. See you in the next video. And I might try to upload more. I might try to fucking stream some games I play. I'm probably gonna maybe play some other games I've been playing. I'll play the fucking Fortnite live event tomorrow. And yeah. Yeah. Anyway, bye. See you in the next video. Bye. Yeah. Bye. I'm not very enthusiastic right now. Just alright, I'll buy. Alright, have a good. If anyone's out there, just have a nice time. Peace out. Bye. Hope you have a good day. Bye.